This video has been sponsored by myself. Still available Windows 10 Pro retail versions, still $12.50 only. Check the link in the video description if you would like to purchase one.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
And that, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly what happened to me. I just finished the entire freaking Skyrim Special Edition, the 2021 Ultimate Graphics Modded Guide, in 104 parts, all DLC, etc. fully modded, and I thought I was done with Skyrim, but I am not, because Skyrim Virtual Reality in 2021 is, wow, something I've never played or experienced. Absolutely amazing, and nowhere near the experience I had the first time I did buy this game, because with vanilla graphics and the more crappy VR headset I had back then, this was really, for me, not really the game I hoped it to be. But now finally I do have the experience to really be in Skyrim. What's great about Skyrim VR is that most of the Skyrim Special Edition mods actually work one-to-one in Skyrim VR. So as you can see, I did import most of my mod list actually in Skyrim VR. So the experience is absolutely insane. What I did is I did record in-game a short showcase of the first mission I did play, you know, to get the Golden Claw and the Riverwood First Quest, and you can see my first impressions of the game, which I have, because they are really, at that time I just played it for one day. I did do some testing with modding, so you can see my general reaction on that stuff. Sorry for the microphone quality, it's because I am using the Oculus Rift headset itself, because I can't drag my studio mic with me while walking around in my living room. But wow, Skyrim VR in 2021, the mods which are specifically created for VR are definitely something amazing, and they have the same experience like Half-Life Alyx had for me, the most impressive game I've ever played, now in Skyrim. So I would say enjoy this showcase with the first mission. Hello and welcome to Skyrim again, this time in virtual reality. Yes, I am now in a virtual world in Skyrim VR. I wanted to say Special Edition, but it is VR. So again, I'm sorry for the microphone quality. The problem is that I'm using my Oculus Rift microphone because my microphone on the stand I can't drag around with me because I'm walking all around in my living room in virtual reality. So what does it mean I'm in virtual reality? It means I literally feel like I am in the world of Skyrim. And boy, oh boy, usually I'm late to these kind of things. Funny thing is I actually did bought Skyrim VR when it was released, but at that time I only had the Oculus Rift consumer version, which didn't really look that good. And also it was pretty poor when it comes to controlling and, yeah, you know, do things in VR. But boy, oh boy, Skyrim VR, what did it change? You have no idea, really. If you played Half-Life Alyx, and of course you must play that game if you have a virtual reality headset, you know how good that game controls. Let me walk a little bit back in my living room. You know how good that game controls, how everything interacts with the world. That is just a pure example of how a virtual reality game should play. And I have news for you. Now in 2021, especially the last couple of months, some amazing mods have been released. Absolutely amazing. And I hope I remember the names correctly. The first one is Higgs, where you have like hand controls and interactions. And the other one is VREC or something, where you have like a virtual body and everything interacts super well with each other. And with interact, I do mean interact. So I would say let's go here to the store. Let's open it up. For the ones who are newer in virtual reality, let me explain you a little bit how this works. So I'm currently wearing a virtual reality headset and I'm seeing the world of Skyrim being projected all around me. And well, for you, this is just a 2D image everywhere. For me, it feels super real. I mean, for me, the ceiling looks high, like 3 or 4 meters. What is it? 3 meters or something. And also, an example, if I walk to the lovely, what's your name again? Camilla, she just looks so super real. I can literally look into her eyes and it's almost like it's reflecting me. So that's super cool. An example, I have some hand interactions. That's not gonna work because that's not gonna work because
this does not count as an interaction. So as you can see, the borders here, which is over, what is it here? That means that I can literally walk around in VR. As you can see, I can walk around in my living room until I meet a border in my living room. So there are alternatives for this, and the first one is to teleport, but that's not super immersive. What is immersive is using a thumbstick to walk around as well. And that works. I mean, I'm now standing, so it was a little bit strange feeling the first time, but you get very used to it. And especially if you don't get motion sick very fast, then you know it's okay, it's achievable. So to interact with the world and with Higgs and our virtual body, what's super cool is an example. I can pick up this bread, you know, inspect it, and it looks so good. And the thing is, if you thought about modding was recommended or needed even on an original Skyrim Special Edition, wow, on virtual reality it makes all the difference. If you compare this to Ultrim, the old Skyrim, you know, because you get a vanilla Skyrim VR, of course, it's very basic. But now, you know, I pretty much use my 2021 Ultimate Graphics mod list in VR because most stuff is actually compatible in Skyrim VR from Skyrim Special Edition. Only thing not is Skyrim Script Extender, EMB, etc, etc. So I did change that a little bit and also more virtual reality friendly. But for the rest, pretty much everything works. As you can see, the clever sharp textures here in virtual reality, the Mage mod like Camilla, that all works. So that's absolutely amazing. And what I think is cool, let me stand a little bit in the shadow. Let's see, is there a shadow here? Yeah. As you can see here, how lifelike. Let me get into my living room a little bit better. Oh, don't want this. How lifelike this looks. So this is me moving, you know, it's not an animation. I can like wave, I can like punch, you know, I can dance even if I want. It's absolutely insane. And look how super realistic that looks in the shadow, because I have a body and it works super well with my Oculus Rift. So a little bit about fighting. Let me quickly show you that. Let's see. So as you can see here, I'm now have equipped a sword and flames. So I can literally move my hands in any direction, and I can slash the sword. Let me stand back a little bit. Stab, slash, whatever I want, that will work. And if I would equip a shield, I can hold it like this, you know, and that will work. But now I have flames activated to show you I can aim where I want. I can even do it like this. And you almost feel like, you know, Voldemort from Harry Potter, go like all the way where he does that crazy casting. So super immersive. Also on 2D image for you, this probably will not look that special, but believe me, this skill is so super realistic. Also, let's see, is there anything else I want to show you? Yeah, let me show you a little bit the interaction with the world. And I still need to get used to controls a little bit, so that's why. So an example, like I said, I can pick up stuff, you know, pass it, and I can steal it, or drink it even, but I'm not going to do that because that will be considered stealing. So I'm not going to do that, but I can like interact with everything in the world with my hands, with my body. If I pick up this bowl, let me walk a little back. An example, I can just put this in, as you can see, and juggle or whatever. Throw things, grab this cheese, throw it at him, you know, that's all fine, that all works. But what's also cool is with Higgs, I can use my hands like gravity gloves. Let me check. So I can like, you know, pick up items like this, like in Half-Life Alyx, and that's super, super cool. What's also cool, and I can't really like do it right now because I have to check this into, you can holster weapons. So you can and then just sheath and unsheath, but for me what really works best is just a quick menu. So I'm going to leave that where it is, and I'm using, let me check, yeah, this just like Sky UI, so to show you a little bit. Here are the items. I did also insert this cursor, so you can use the menu like Sky UI. For me that works fine, even while there are better mods like Magic Wheel, but I don't have it. I can't really get it to work. At least the hotkeys don't work. So for me, I'm currently running this. So what I thought was cool was maybe to do a mission, because I haven't really fought yet in game, and everything looks so super immersive, you know. And what I thought is cool, and I did test that out a little bit, I have to admit, is I wanted to spawn a follower from the pigeon mods. Let's see, how can I do that? We need to go to magic. As you can see, I still need to... where is he? Toccata, because Toccata we can call, actually. So, let's do that. And I want her to move to me. Okay, here she is. She will have this healing animation. Alright. Oh. Come back. What are you doing? Where is she? Oh, here she is. Hello. The first option?
Lead the way.
Okay, let's go back inside, because especially in the correct lighting environment. An example.
Still here. Let's get going then.
What was so impressive for me, I mean, for you this just looks like a 2D image, but for me she is literally my height here in this world, and it's so super real. She is standing right in front of me, you know, the same height as I have. Wow. I mean, and now I'm somewhat used to it, but it's so insane. I mean, I can look into her eyes and it's almost like I'm really reflected in her eyes, and this makes all the world of difference when it comes to immersion. With the vanilla NPCs and with an example, the pigeon. I know it's not everyone's taste to have a little bit over the top. I don't think this is over the top. I think all the anime stuff is over the top. But wow, you know, I spawned her yesterday just to check how a pigeon modded NPC like her looks, and it's absolutely insane. You know, also the quality you can see on the dagger. And no, I'm not going to be any. I'm not going to make any pervert messages, but the detail and everything is absolutely insane, and especially on her face, in her eyes, you know, it's insane. I mean, for you, again, it's just a 2D image, but for me, it's real. You know, it's just real. Okay, so I talked a lot, and I would say let's. But she really distracts me, aren't you? Let's go talk to him. And again, I can walk to him here at the counter, and maybe like. Take your gold, but I won't steal it. I just pick it up and I can do all this stuff, you know, super cool. But I want to talk with you, Lucan.
The Riverwood Trader is everything you...
I want to start a quest.
We did have a bit of a break-in, but we still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An
Let me check if we're
solid
still
gold in
recording.
the shape of a dragon's
okay, we are.
claw. You could...
The thing is, I'm currently at 45. Okay,
it's yours.
Hurry
if you
up the
bring my
conversation, will
claw
you?
back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northwest of town.
Yeah, I know where it is.
So this is your plan, Lucan?
Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Here's my
Oh,
shadow
really?
again.
Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
Well, no, by the 8, fine. But
Let's
only
burn
to the edge of
the
town.
bread. Also, by the way, the cooking pot, this looks, I know it may look a little bit fake for you guys, but the things up close feel so super realistic, you know. It's almost like this is hot food, so absolutely insane. Also there, the embers, the flames. But what I wanted to say is, because of NVIDIA Shadow Play causing me issues after 40 minutes, it could be that I need to pause the recording and instantly continue with the next part, but you guys won't see anything of that. So, are you ready?
I've got your back. Lead
Right.
on.
So it's really easy being distracted by her, and again, you know, I can't say it enough, but in virtual reality, it makes, I can't really explain. It's so huge of a difference, and that's also the reason why I tell people, Half-Life Alyx, you don't want to play this in 2D, you don't want to download a mod. Seriously, get it in VR. You have no idea what you're missing out on.
Are you a wizard?
Whoa, he scared me actually. Also this kid, you know, it looks like he literally stands in front of me. So, let's not... So it's cool that you can, an example, just sit down, you know, look at things. We can look under the cards. Oh, let's hurry up. So let's try to stay with her. So the performance is okay, but I'm really stressing my RTX 3080 because this is the most intense EMB for VR. But I thought, you know, I have an RTX 3080, so let's throw everything at it. 4K textures, this huge, insanely EMB, and yeah, you know, all the other stuff like Oranges of Forest. Oh, sorry.
I mean, we have plenty of things.
Oranges of Forest, the clever sharp textures, everything 4K, and my RTX 3080 can handle it. So if you have an RTX 3080, you do have a virtual reality headset, seriously buy Skyrim VR and mod the hell out of it, because it's absolutely insane. Okay, the only thing is I need to, yeah, I think I'm going with this option. So I have flames and a sword. I think that works fine for now. I have no idea what kind of class I want to play, but let's be careful a little bit. And I have to say, you know, indoors everything looks super realistic, but outdoors, wow. I mean, that mountain over there, it looks like it is super huge, really. Also, the tree still looks super high, and also the wall, you know, everything looks so realistic. And I can't really explain it if you're not in VR, but seriously, test it out. It looks absolutely insane. And again, modded in VR is way more important than on any normal Ultrim. But again, it's very GPU heavy, so you can forget this if you have a 1070 or something, or a 1080, or maybe even a 1080 Ti. You need a super advanced graphics card.
The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. He's such a child.
She also looks realistic, but I have to say, in the outside lighting, it's you know, it's a little bit less, yeah, impressive as in indoor location. So she's also the same height as me, and it feels for me like she's standing right in front of me.
Bless you for agreeing.
And I had that with her as well. What is her name again? What's her name? Toccata, yeah. So Toccata, are you ready? Yeah. Bye bye. Thank you. So let's continue then. So we need to activate weapons. Well, I wanted to say I do have a longsword, and I have the flames. So let's see if that's gonna work. And alright, let's walk, because we're probably going to meet some wolves here. I need to be a little bit... And I have to be honest, I fought a wolf once, and it was super scary and intimidating, because it just jumped at me. And in VR, I can tell you, it feels like it's really there, you know, the wolf is really there. So let's see what's going to happen here. I have no idea. But also, the world looks so real as well, you know, it's just... The only thing, as you can see, the water looks a little bit off maybe, but it's not really disturbing in virtual reality. Alright, let's continue. And what's cool, you know, about this stuff, as you can see, I use the Majestic Mountains Dark Side. Except I can look around things, I can look under things. It's really cool. Okay, I have to be careful, because you can swing pretty easy, and especially when you are in cities, you have to be really careful not to hit anyone. So, okay, I'm a little bit careful that if I get ambushed, because it feels really intimidating. It's nowhere near a 2D monitor experience. So there were some wolves there. Shit. Oh, well done. You killed him. Alright, cool. So this is shooting, right? Yeah, okay. Thank you. That was a good first kill, Toccata. Okay. Wow, also this looks... I mean, in the normal Skyrim Special Edition, I never took care of this, but the wet affection of the rain, it's super realistic. You know, also in there, this looks huge. This tree actually looks huge in VR. It looks like real skill, and that's so super well. You know, it's been done so well. So let's see, are there any wolves? I can walk here. I can literally walk. Are there any other wolves? As you can see, I'm a lot more cautious here in VR because it's way more intense. And wow, this 3D plant from 3D Plants mod looks also very realistic. You know, it's so cool that you just sometimes stop and walk by to just enjoy nature. I can sprint, I can jump, by the way, with my controller, so that's good. And I can sneak also with another flick, so that's cool. So I'm wondering if the 40-minute mark is going off any minute, because that will probably scare the hell out of me. So let's see, maybe we can sneak a little bit, because what's also cool is that we can actually shoot a bow and arrow. So let's see if that's gonna work. Do I actually have some arrows? Yeah, I do actually have some arrows. Okay. So what's cool about archery is you can, you know, just literally shoot it and aim in virtual reality. Wow, this looks so huge. I mean, oh, I see creatures over there. You know, I can like hide a little bit. Oh, it's a rabbit. False alarm. But even a rabbit, you know, it looks pretty large. Really, it does. Holy moly. Yeah, I see a little bit of pop-up there, but it's in VR not really super disturbing. Okay, let's see if I see some of the guys, which we were expecting maybe. Alright, let's see. Are there any hostiles? Ah, I see someone there. It's a little bit of a long shot. Nah, let's not take it. We will give her position away. There he is. I think we need to take a shot. Let's try to aim. Shit. Oh, I'm out of arrows already. Okay, let's... maybe use both. Alright, here we are, buddy. That's the one down. Or is everyone? And as I told, you know, I can shoot like a real mage. I can just use it like this. An example, on my left and on my right. And that's something you can only do in virtual reality. You can't do in any other game. So that's super cool. Okay, as you can see, I do have enhanced blood. But yeah, and also this orc, you know, it feels huge. It feels, or not huge, it feels like it's laying right here in front of me. And that's so super cool. So let's pick all this stuff. Alright, where's the other one? Can I maybe like use my gravity? Oh, there's the other one. Okay. Search the bandit. Amethyst septum. Alright. Even while this might not look as good as it does on the 2021 Skyrim Special Edition version with the EMB, it feels huge. You know, it literally feels like I'm seeing Riverwood all the way over there. I see the mountain, huge mountain peak all the way over there. It just feels real, actually. I can say that. It just feels real. That's really awesome. And I'm going to admit I will probably play Skyrim again, even while I just finished the entire freaking 2021 Ultimate Graphics version edition for Special Edition with Dawnguard, with Dragonborn. Man, this really feels absolutely like, you know, the thing I've always wanted to be or experience, being inside Skyrim, live inside Skyrim, and now with VR we actually can. Absolutely insane. I can't say it enough. It's so immersive, you know, so huge. Alright, let's focus a little bit. Oh. Falling off cliffs is, by the way, really scary in VR. So, oh man, I'm afraid I'm going to have all kind of jump scares. Let's stealth a little bit. Alright. So far so good. Let me see how long we still have left on my phone. Ah, we have plenty of time actually. Okay, we have over 20 minutes, so that's fine. Alright, let's activate my controllers again. No, this is okay. Alright. Let's sneak a little bit. Holy moly. This is... Phew. If you're afraid of heights, wow, this is not recommended for sure. Not. Oh. Wow, that looked insane. It literally fell here in front of me. Okay. What do you have for me? Yeah, you can leave all that stuff. That's fine. All right. There's nothing here, I guess. Nope. And I have to say, you know, moving like this with the thumbstick actually gets... You can get used to it. And I myself don't experience motion sickness really a lot, so I'm fine with that, you know. I have no idea, by the way, how lockpicking works. I'm really curious about that. Okay, wow, this feels really high. Let's see, I need to quick save. How can we do that? Quick save. Yes. Alright, awesome. So, oh man, I can't really imagine I'm going to survive this. So, I'm not going to try that. Ooh, even this already feels very high. No, are we going to do this? Oh, okay, that's like literally too high. I mean, it felt like it was too high, and it actually was too high. So that means that the height is convincing, and it felt super weird that you roll down a mountain, I have to say. Is this too high? No, it's not. Okay, that's fine. So I have no idea about Tokate, if she's going to follow us. What's going on? So, for some reason I'm always lost here. Let's see. Oh, that's also cool. I completely forgot to show you that. Let me see. Map. This. This is amazing. Really, it feels so high. It feels like I'm literally flying, you know, and this is the actual freaking world map. Wow. It feels like I'm, I don't know, 1-2 kilometers up in the air, and it's absolutely insane. Whew, okay. Let me catch my breath. Okay, yeah, let's go. I think we need to go here somewhere. I've probably played this part, so I don't know, 5-6 times or something, and I'm still getting lost, so. Okay, well, the thing is I don't have arrows, so I can't really sneak attack. So I need to, like, yeah, get up there. And maybe what I can try is the sword. Big Falls Barrow, we are here. Is there anyone here already? Alright. Nah, what the heck, let's just charge in, shall we? Oh, shit. Look at her, she's also doing this stuff. Oh, what the heck? Who's attacking us? Oh, there. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So you're out of arrows as well, I guess? Yep. You are right. So let's pick up the arrows from him. He has plenty. Okay, so I do have arrows again. Let me check my inventory. So the longbow and the hunting bow. The hunting bow does actually more damage, so I can, let me check the controls. Set my hunting bow as favorite. What do you think? Is that a good idea? Okay, I really... I have to be careful that I'm not... that's something annoying. That I don't accidentally holster these weapons, because then will be literally in my face. So what do you have, Mr. Bandit? By the way, this mouse cursor is originally not in the game, so it's absolutely recommended if you're going to play Skyrim VR that you just take it. And wow, I mean, this looks so insanely huge. What is this? It's actually weapons. Whew, let me catch my breath a little bit. It's really, but I have to say it's not, I don't get motion sick, which I'm really glad about. But I don't actually get motion sick very fast, but I was afraid when using the thumbsticks, you know, for walking, as you can see, I would get motion sick, but I'm not. So yeah, again, it's cool that you can like literally just walk, look over the ledge, you know, even while I'm getting into my real living room space. But now I should be able to do it. Wow, you know, I can like look over the ledge, super insane, and it just feels huge. I can't really explain it, but oh man, this is really what, if you're always, you know, dreaming of a virtual reality in Skyrim, this now in 2021 is really the way to do it. Only downside is you really need a very advanced graphics card if you want to play it with mods. That's the only downside, I think. Alright, so let's jump up here. And wow, here we are at Bleakfall Barrow. So, what I'm a little bit afraid of are these skeletons. These are in VR. So, yeah, I would say let's... I'm going to quickly pause and resume recording, I think. Wow, look at this. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Also, this feels super close to my head, you know, just like you see here on the monitor. So yeah, I'm going to I'm going to resume the recording, and then I'll see you guys in a little bit.